her to say that you are the creator of your own reality, blah, 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 enough of that. And that you live in a vibrational universe, blah, 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 blah. Enough of that already. But you do, and you are. So, blah, blah, blah. This is the key. If you can make yourself happy for a little while with the uncondition of the thought and the emotion, if you can say, I got the best idea and it felt so good to me, it feels so good to me, and I'm so happy with this idea, and not be mad at yourself or at somebody else that the idea hasn't come to full fruition where you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. Right now you're just feeling it and knowing it and expecting it and glad for it. If you can hold yourself there just for a little while, it is our promise to you that that vibration will gain momentum and your ability to perceive it will grow and grow and grow. And
creation is a cycle with a very distinct pattern. Our perceptions create our feelings and beliefs. Our feelings and beliefs create our behaviors. Our behaviors create our experiences, and our experiences reinforce our reality, or what we perceive and how we feel. Because it is a cycle that supports itself, it can sometimes make creating a new reality a bit of a challenge. Throughout this cycle, our reality tends to strengthen the way we perceive and feel about things, which in turn strengthens our beliefs, behaviors, and experiences that line up with those perceptions and feeling states. If your perception is one of not having what you want, and you know there is a distinct feeling that corresponds with that, that is the first thing that must change in order to experience what you do want. To feel lack creates just that. The perception and feelings are main components of the cycle that strengthens what is manifested. Therefore, the new perception and feeling states must be altered to one of, "This has always been something I've had. It is part of my experience now." Creating this new perception is what shifts the other parts of the cycle into reinforcing its truth and creating it as a reality. To act as if this is true, a person must begin to think in terms of it being true, feel as though it's true, speak in terms of it being true, and behave and act as though it's true. To do this, it's important to really sit with yourself and determine how your perception and feeling states would change in the event that it were actually true. Many people ask how they can act as if they have something when they never actually experienced it. Consider this. If there is something that is desired, there is a reason for that desire to begin with. That desire comes from a feeling. It's highly unlikely that anyone would want anything if some part of them couldn't actually imagine and feel how it might be to have it. Even if it's a small spark of a feeling, that is the part of a person that must be nurtured so that it grows into an inextinguishable flame. Within the feeling of lacking something, there is opposite feeling of what it might be like to actually have it. It's as simple as bringing forth that feeling that makes you want something to begin with, finding the contrasting feeling of what it would be like to have it, and then telling yourself it is something you already have. In fact, it's the feeling state you're ultimately going for with the manifestation anyway, and you have the power to feel that anytime you think of it. Therefore, it really is something you already have. The lack of something only bothers you because you can imagine what it would feel like to.
This is my opinion, and this may help a lot of people. Money in some people's eyes is always seen as a struggle and something to worry about. Let me tell you exactly why you don't have to worry or have anticipation with money. The thing is, when money truly starts to come into your life, it comes at astronomical speeds. You will have so much coming in, you won't know what to do with all of it. Time and time again, we see all the people who achieve great successes. They have this point in time where they reach the tip of the iceberg, and their dreams and everything they ever wanted starts pouring in abundantly. One day, you could be a nobody, and the next day, you could have friends and family you never knew you had calling you and asking you to hang out. This is why you're not supposed to worry, because your dreams and all its riches can be knocking at your door tomorrow. So quit the worry and anxiety in the mind. Rewind. I hit it on the money all the time, guys. Follow for more.
The amount of what you can get is based solely on how much you can accept the opposite. So in other words...
So the opposite of what?
So let's say you really want to be rich, it's based on how willing you are to be poor.
Wow.
If you want the ultimate relationship, it's based on how willing you are to be alone. If you can love being alone, you'll cry out your codependency, you'll cry out the old story, and then you create a space for that. But if everyone is ambitiously just trying to date, they're going to be two attachments that are stopping each other from their inner truth, so it won't land, it won't last, right? So, and it goes all the way to, you want the best life? Totally accept death.
Wow.
To have the greatest life in the world, be completely and fully accepting of death. And the more you go, I'm fine with death, the more you feel free, right? It's weird because what we have now is a world of people who are really trying to put a million locks on the doors and protect themselves from a life they're not living.
Most people are waiting for their life to change.
Yes.
So they can feel gratitude, to feel abundance, to feel whole. You know, that's the old model of cause and effect, you know. So if you're living with emptiness, you're living with lack, you're living with pain, most people have been conditioned that something out there has to take away this emptiness or feeling inside of them. But if you believe that you're creating your life and you're living by lack, well, lack isn't going to create abundance, right? So then it makes sense then that you don't really actually create wealth, you generate wealth, you generate abundance. So the moment you start teaching your body emotionally what that future is going to feel like before it's made manifest, well, your body, as the unconscious mind, believes it's living in that future in the present moment.
When you decide that you're just gonna let your life fill itself in around you, instead of trying to fill it in yourself, you become the version of you that has your dream life, and it happens without you noticing. You wake up one morning and you're like, wait, I'm awake.